Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to one of our special little episodes of Expedition 33. Where we're basically... The intent is to have 5 little mini episodes. Obviously, I'm kind of doing this live and on the fly, so I don't know, maybe this will just be one episode. But we're going to go through and we're going to build each character out. Lumina's Pictos. And then weapons, depending on what we can afford. Then that way everyone will be usable and hopefully a little bit better. This first one's probably going to be a little bit longer because we'll make a bit more of a decision on what our necessary stuff is. And go from there. Stats wise, we'll build around the weapons rather than worrying about like, let's put luck into, let's put everyone into luck, or let's do this, let's do that. I'm going to build around their weapons, make their weapons more powerful. I know I don't have to, but I want to. So that's what we're going to do. So first things first. What is Monoco's weapon again? Monoco uses a weapon that is defense and agility. Alright, we'll max out defense and agility. His other weapon was like his tertiary here. There's vitality and luck, which is neither of these. That one has agility, which is good. That one has agility, which is good. And then I think luck. What are the tertiary ones here? So we've got luck, vitality, or vitality and luck. I don't know, man. Push Almighty Mask on breaking an enemy. Almighty Mask gives 2 AP. 50 increased break damage. Or parries increase the BC will by 1. Upgraded skills. Probably go luck. Probably go luck. That makes this feasible as well. Alright. We will go luck. So, defense and agility, and then luck. Defense and agility? No, don't do it. Jack, it's cheating if you use in-game mechanics to make games easier. Yeah, but... I don't want to break it. I just want to have, like, decent characters. I'm not looking for, like, this is the perfect build. I just want cool, fun stuff to use. And then we went luck for the third, I think. 9 points. Okay. So his points are in. As far as upgrading weapons are concerned, why don't we always go to Lune first? Upgrading weapons is concerned. So, how many materials is it going to cost? We have 5 people. Grandiose catalysts. Does Grandiose have to take them all the way up to... Takes them all the way up to 32, which I'm assuming is going to be 4 apiece. So... 5 characters. Let's look at getting all of their weapons up to a certain point first. And then... go from there. So we'll go, if we go with this one as an upgrade. That's not the menu that we should be in. Well, Breaking Game's not gonna lie, but it's not enough to look. It's not enough to look things up. That's why I like Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is great, and breaking the game for a game that is 100% meant to be broken, then yes, totally. But I realised with this very recently, well, not very recently, it was a little while ago now, playing on normal, I fought one of the bosses that was like supposed to be a big deal, and he wasn't, and I was kind of like, I feel like I've robbed myself, so I bumped up the difficulty. And again, I don't want to break it, because I have heard that there's like one-shot builds that'll one-shot everything in the game, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to actually like enjoy the fights. And I know that other people enjoy fights in other ways, and that's fine, but like, that's not how I would enjoy the fight, you know? Okay. That'll do for him. You can have both of these on the go. 26 is fine for him for now. I have 181 Lumina points left. Okay. Geez, I choked on water twice in a row. I should probably stop drinking water. Yeah, it's bad for you, eh? Real bad for you. You know, they've actually traced it back. Everybody that's ever drunk water has died. Which I'm not saying there's a coincidence, but... Yes, Jack, we know you're very good at video games. Jeez, I'm terrible at video games. You completely understand? Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna burn through it. I don't wanna like, oh, it's gone. Oh well. Okay, we'll change that to point cost. I don't care about pro retreat. I do feel like Lune should have second chance. So let's... Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's only level 16. Where's Cheetah? Charging counter, charging mask, critical. Did we not? Is it called something else? Or is it Illumina? We shouldn't have it as Illumina. I'm so confused. Because we beat Sprong. Right. We should have a Lumina that lets us... Not a Lumina, a Picto that lets us go twice. Right? Maybe it's called something else. I don't know. Survivor, sniper, charging mark, etc. No, none of them are... I don't know. I don't know. I'm very confused. Wouldn't happen if I drank Coke, just saying. Only drink salt water, the salt short circuits the government microdrones. Yep, that's it. But you need help to go twice? Oh, I just need a bit of a rest. Just 5-10 minutes. Just a bit of a rest, you know. No, he shouldn't have second chance. Lune should have second chance. There. Just because she can res the others pretty easily. Okay, so he gives AP. Let's make it so that... We've got 150 points, which sounds like a lot, but it's not.
Hey, you get out of here, robot. You get out of here.
Oh, pardon me. See, 30% increased damage while having shields, but receiving any damage always removes all shields. Having that, and then the other thing, the whatchamacallit? You know, you're in my brain. Bot lives matter, stop botism. It's very close to the word botulism. Having that on, and then having base shield, this one. That's gonna get, it's gonna be what, 35? But you're gonna be guaranteed 30% extra damage all the time. One AP on turn start. Yeah, let's go through this list and just favorite some stuff. And I'm going to do it column by column. Actually, change it alphabetical. And we'll just do it like this. Because that way some of the other stuff will be together. Rush of fighting alone. Yeah, the alone stuff is fine. Immune to blight, immune to burn. 50% more damage if health is below 10%. Sure. Attack lifesteal is handy. Increase free aim damage, sure. Base attack damage. Oh, counter attack damage. You have both of those, that'd be pretty good. 50% increased damage on the first hit once per battle. Once per battle is the part of that I don't like. Kind of like, well, why bother, you know? Kill self on battle start, that's not good. Apply powerful, well, it can be if you explode, but... Apply powerful for 3 turns on battle start. Auto shell. Shell for 3 turns. Rush for 3 turns. Regen for 3 turns. Increase break damage. Base shield. Base attack and break. Increase break damage on burning enemies. Increase break damage on counterattack. Increase break damage with free aim. Increase break damage against slow enemies. I mean, there's not really much difference between that and burn, right? But just slow doesn't happen anywhere near as often. Everything applies burn, but... Increased damage on burn. 3 stacks of burn on break. Enemies burn. Burn on death. Burning shots. 10% of gradient charge on counterattack. 20% of a gradient charge on hitting a marked target once per turn. Which is pretty good. Because you'd have that in addition to other stuff. 5% of a gradient charge on using an item. 15% of a gradient charge on hitting a weakness. You can get your gradients pretty quick if you're like really stack in on those, you know. It says combo attack 1, by the way, so there's obviously a combo attack 2 out there and I don't know where it is. And I really want it. What if you do first hit Suicide Explode. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's shit like that that you can combine, that you can really make shit broken. Like, one of the funniest things that I did was, in one of the levels I went in, and I set this dude up with auto death, so he automatically dies at the start of battle, but he also explodes on death, so he would run in and do what we just did a couple of times there, but it was for like every set of enemies, and, and it was supposed to be like a tough area, and they would just explode and die. But then there's other things that you can do on death as well, and then you can also set it up like, if you have auto death and explode, you can equip them with a bunch of other stuff, and then equip them with like auto revive. So they do that, and then they hit your whole team with a bunch of buffs right at the start, and then you go. So it can make it really, really powerful. Healing tints remove all status effects from the target, sure. Confident, 50% less damage but can't be healed. Increased critical chance on burning enemies. Break damage on crits. 30% increased damage but can't be healed. 50% increased crit chance if health is below 30%. Guess. I don't like the low health stuff, you know. What was the... where was the one that was like... extra damage if below 10% health or whatever it is? Healing tints also remove all status effects from the target. Yes, 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 we did that. Critical moment, critical vulnerability, 25% increased critical chance on defenseless enemies. Sure. 3 AP on kill. 3 AP on kill. Which that's super cheap, because that means on kill you get 6 AP. Death bomb, there it is. Dodger, see I don't... See, 1 AP on perfect dodge once per turn. That's for people that specifically don't want to commit to parries, but will occasionally get perfect dodges. And it's nice that it's only costs 1, but it's like, okay, probably won't really use that unless I've got 1 spare point. I'll be like, yeah, whatever. Consume 1 AP to prevent status effects on application if possible. That has been handy for me, but yeah. Powerful for 1 turn on base attack. Powerful on breaking a target. 5% increased damage for each consecutive successful dodge, can stack up to 10 times. I don't dodge. I don't. Healing tints also apply powerful. Each successful parry increases damage for 5% until the end of the following turn. Taking any damage removes this buff, so you have to parry perfectly. And then you get bonus damage. Which is fine and all, but like... Energizing attack. 1-on-1 on base attack. Energizing break. 3 AP on breaking a target. I guess. Dispel the first negative status effect received and gain 2 AP. Which is funny, because there's one that's the draining cleanse. Consume 1 AP to prevent status effect application if possible. Whereas this one is, if you get hit with a negative status effect, it's gone and you get AP. Energizing death on death, plus 4 AP to all allies. Plus 1 AP per gradient charge consumed. Yeah, it's fine. On healing an ally, give 2 AP. 1 AP on jump counterattack. No longer gain AP on parry, 1 AP on getting hit. No, thank you. I'm sure that there's a use for that. I don't like that idea. Plus 1 AP on parry. Plus 3 AP to all allies when revived. Give 2 AP on applying Sciel. Energizing start, energizing start, energizing start. Which is, you know, you'd have 30 all up, but you'd have an extra 3 AP on battle start specifically. Although, I like energizing attack. Because you get that bonus every time you do a base attack. So if you got no AP, You can use it and get a bunch. Plus 1 AP on turn start is also good. Because you get 1 anyway, so this is just 2 at the start of every turn. Base attack applies powerless every turn for 1 turn. Sure. Mark target deals 30% less damage. That'd be good for him because he's got the stuff that like marks everything. Heading out as my final message, I'll say this and then blank. There's nothing there. Exhausting power, 50% increased damage if exhausted. Not terrible. You have PP there for you, PP. Okay, enjoy. Take care of yourself, yeah? I will talk to you again. I'll be back on tomorrow, I think. Base attack applies defenseless for 1 turn, sure. First offensive. First hit dealt and taken deals 50% more damage. Play first. Glass cannon. Deal 25% more damage, but take 25% more damage. Um, 15% to defenseless damage. 15% powerful damage increase. Rush speed increase. Shell damage reduction. Slow speed reduction. 15% HP on applying a buff. 25% health on counterattack. On death, the rest of the expedition recover all health. I feel like that is one that should be on everybody. Healing fire, recover 25% health when attacking a burning target once per turn. That's not cool. Oh, that's not cool. That's not bad. I was going to say that's cool and that's not bad at the same time. Recover 25% of health on hitting a marked enemy once per turn. 3% health on parry. 15% of all other heals affecting other characters. See, the 3% health on parry to me is like, if you're parrying a combo of 5 hits, that each one takes off 20% of your health or whatever. Like, this is sort of... It is pointless unless you're in a really long battle that you're not getting, like, one shot in, you know? Healing Tin also gives 1 AP, sure. 30% increased damage until a hitter is received. That's never going to happen. Plus 3 shields on battle start, but max health is halved. I mean, that's cool and all, but... Inverted affinity, inverted on self for 3 turns at battle start, 50% increased damage while inverted. Last stand, critical chance while fighting alone. On applying powerful, its duration is increased by 2. I mean, longer shell, longer powerful, they're sort of fine and all. 20% chance to apply mark on free aim. So painted power is another necessity. Perilous parry, 1 AP on parry, but damage received is doubled. No, thank you. 25% increased free aim damage. Free aim shots ignore shields. I kind of use them to break shields. On every damage dealt, try to consume 1 AP. If successful, increase damage by 20%. It's going to throw out any sort of calculations. I don't want to be doing maths to another level. I know it's addition and subtraction, but like, if I'm like, I'm going to attack that because I could do this, and then I'll have enough left if I can do that, and I'll do it, and then, yeah, it is just going to throw things out. It's like, you got to think about it, on every damage dealt, right? So that includes free aim shots. So that turns your free aim shots into costing 2 for a 20% damage increase. I don't really use free aim shots for damage. And even then, it's better to shoot 2, because that's 200% damage. You know what I mean? So powered attack is fine, and it's probably good for very specific circumstances. But, yeah. Powerful on applying shell. Apply powerful for 3 turns when revived. 20% chance to gain powerful on a free aim shot. That's kind of cool. Pro retreat. On death, allies gain shell. Sure. Healing an ally also applies shell. Last stand. Healing tin also applies shell. Play again on breaking a target. Revive tin also gives 3 AP, that's handy. 10% health on return start. Random defense. Damage taken is randomly multiplied by a value between 50 and 200. So, this isn't great. Because it's the same as roulette, but in reverse. Right? Because roulette is every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50% or 200% of its damage. Randomly multiplied by a value between 50% and 200%. Now, there are, let's say there's 150 chances, right? Because it's not like a 50-50 like roulette, where you would deal. So roulette is good in general, because it's a 25% damage increase across the board. It's not every hit, but across the board, it's good. Because if you deal half damage, let's say you have, I'm going to do this again, and I know I did this many, many episodes ago when we first got it, but I'm going to go through it again. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50% damage or 200% of its damage, right? So if you have 10 hits, right? And you have 5 of them deal 50% damage, right? And I'm going to take the percentages off and just ignore the percentage. You have 5 hits that deal 50 damage, and then you have 5 hits that deal 200 damage, right? If you have 10 hits that are base at 100 damage, that is 1,000. Math with me here. But if you have 5 hits that are 50 damage, that's 250, and then 5 hits that are 200 damage, which is 1,000, you have 1,250, which is a 25% increase to your overall damage over time. So for longer battles, this is very handy. For shorter battles, it's kind of like flipping a coin. But with random defense, you have a random number between 50 and 200%, which means you have 150 different percentiles that it could land on, 2/3 of which are higher than the standard 100% damage received. So you have between 50 and 99 is less, and then from like 100 obviously is the same, but for all intents and purposes, 100 to 200, which is 100 different percentiles, is higher than what you would normally receive. So random defense, unless there's something in here that they're not explaining, not great. Not great. Because 2/3 of the time you take more damage. And it might save you in a clutch moment where you'd be like, oh my god, I'm so glad I had that equipped. But in general, nah. Yeah, recovery of revived tin, rewarding mark, plus 2 AP on dealing damage to a marked target once per turn. Yes, that is good. That is good. Roulette. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50% or 200% of its damage. Again, it's fine, but it makes it difficult to build like a standard. It's good as an add-on, but if I need 5 points, I'll get rid of it. Apply powerful when falling below 50% health. Apply shell, apply rush. So these are fine. Again, these are fine, but they're not something that I sort of rely on. When healing an ally, also heal self for 50% of the value. That's kind of cool. I didn't know I had that. That's sick. Shield affinity, 30% increased damage while having shields, but receiving any damage always removes all shields. So again, like I said before, shield affinity plus the auto shield or whatever it's called. Great. Because it's basically guaranteed 30% damage at the start of your turn. I don't know whether it triggers before or after a burn. So if you're being burnt, that's one thing. But if that's the case, if it's applied after a burn, then you cop the burn damage and then do your hits. And you have the 30% damage increase. If it's applied before the burn triggers at the start of your turn, then it negates the burn. So either way, that shield at the start is really, really good. The healing tints also add 2 shields. Great stuff. Great stuff. Sniper, good. Solidifying, plus 2 shields when the character's health falls below 50% once per battle. I feel like that's really handy too. It's like, oh shit, I need to pay a bit more attention. 50% more damage if fighting alone. 50% increased break damage on base attack. 50% chance to apply mark when attacking a marked target. 30% increased damage on stunned targets. So I didn't realize this was a Picto or a Lumina. I'm going to call them both. They're both interchangeable in my head. I I didn't realize this was a Lumière. I thought it was standard 30% damage increase on stun targets. I thought that was just a general thing, but it's not. Survivor, survive fatal damage with 1 health once per battle. Sweet Kill recovers 50% health on killing an enemy. Teamwork, 10% increased damage while allies are alive. That's fine. It's fine as an add-on, kind of like roulette or, you know, whatever. It's like for the extra points. And I think some of these like lower cost ones, it's like, it's not that they're bad, but a lot of them are kind of like, oh, I've got 5 points left, I'll chuck it on that, you know? Weakness gain. Plus AP on hitting an enemy's weakness once per turn. Yeah, that's fine. Warming up, 5% increased damage per turn can stack to up to 5 times, so as we go, like, damage will increase. Then versatile, after a free aim hit, base damage attack is increased by 50% for 1 turn. Again, it's a good little add-on thing, unless you're building around free aim being used constantly, which I kind of did with Verso for a little while there, but, you know. Okay, now we go to favorites, and we go down the bottom, and these are all the ones that we just were like, meh. Yeah, once per battle. Auto stuff is fine, but it's like, eh. Confident, dodger. Increased damage for stuff. Yeah, until the end of turn. Energizing. Maybe I'll chuck that on there. Like, a lot of these are sort of... I'll chuck that in there as well. There's a bunch of greater stuff if you're doing, like, debuffs and shit, so it'd be good if you have a debuff character. So if we build him to be, like, slow and defenseless and whatever else, applying it on everything, then, you know, that's good, but... Apply powerful and applying shell. So we could, instead of worrying about powerful, just worry about shell. For retreat, protecting heal, healing an ally also applies shell. So we could heal an ally, have powerful shells apply shell. You know, we could combine some of these. Longer shell. Because shell's like a... Is it like a 10%, 25%, something like that, damage reduction? That's fine. I think that's good there. Now, if his attacks are going to be like... There's that one, which is pretty straightforward. That one is applying mark to everything. If there's anything that is like apply mark, like on applying mark or whatever, that's probably a handy thing. Increased damage to mark targets. Extra break damage. Apply powerless. And apply burn. So he applies mark, he applies powerless, and he applies burn. We also need the base attack and break. So... He has high defense, but he has barely any vitality. So let's... %of gradient charge on hitting a marked target once per turn. Not that he hits marked targets. That only costs 10. So we've got it in favorites, but it's still alphabetical. So if we go, can we go point cost and then favorites? No, it changes it. That's annoying. So these ones up here are the big ones that we want to sort of focus on putting on us, just because they cost so much. What about double mark? Mark requires one more hit to be removed. What level is that? Double mark? Double mark? Double mark, level 13. It's not great. Not great. Gives us some Lumina points, but not amazing. Recover 25% health on hitting a marked enemy once per turn. We could do... Put it on this. Do we need... Oh, I'm all the way down here. We need... Take a chance, double burn, base shield, etc. Yeah. I feel like there's a better way to do this that doesn't make my brain melt. Oh yeah, okay, so painted power is a necessity. Let's, where are you? It's a 5 cost, isn't it? Painted power. Painted power. Painted power. Painted power. Painted power. What was the other one that was a necessity that I said? You know what? I don't remember. Do not remember. Let's set it to favorites and see. So, other necessity we have. Teamwork, sweet kill, stun boost, solidifying, was it? Plus 2 shields when character's health falls below 50% once per battle. I mean, that saved me quite a number of times. Also, painted power itself is a pretty decent picto. So we could save by 5 points there for someone. And what is survivor? Something. Something like that. Solidifying. That's pretty shit house. Alright. Yeah, painted power's a necessity. So we want to get some of these higher ones. So we can have more pictos, but then we don't have much health. What does he do? He marks, he burns. I'm not going to worry too much about the burn. He does powerless as well. So, on applying powerless, try to consume 1 AP if successfully increased damage by 20%. No. Wait. Powerless. P for powerless. Powerful. Greater powerful. No greater powerless. Right. To APL and dealing damage to a marked target. I do feel like that one's kind of... Because if something's marked, you can just give it a quick... Come on. Hoarding mark. I feel like sniper's good. You're letting us break stuff. Hmm. Okay. Mark requires one more hit to be removed. Because double mark is quite pricey. Yeah? Yeah, double burn, double mark. Could do base shield. Could do energizing start. Could do base shield. Let's do base shield. Yeah, make him super quick. He's gonna be super quick. He's not gonna have any vitality. Like his health is so low. I need to give him a health one. I've got to give him a health one. I don't think I do it this way. I think I do it the other way. I think I equip them with like good health and defense and stuff. We can make him immune to burn. We can make it... We can put painted power on him. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you're getting down to these ones. Something like that. 5% increased damage per turn. Why is this crit rate suddenly through the floor? I thought he had 107% crit. That's probably what I had equipped before. Gave him a bunch of crit. Immune to burn. You just make him immune to a bunch of shit. Do that. That'll be fine, I guess. Yeah, now, pick those. Alright. So. Did we take the necessities off him, did we? No? Oh, it just doesn't show the whole list like it does here. Interesting, okay. Alright, so. We have Rewarding Mark, which everyone should have. We have Painted Power, which everyone should have. Should I put Inverted Affinity on everyone? It's just going to make healing a real bitch. Like, it's 50% increased damage for the first 3 turns. I can always take it off later, I guess. I know it's annoyed me plenty of times. I do like the ability to heal and stuff, though. No, I just got to Verso and I'm like, no, because he's died enough times with me trying to freaking heal him. I don't... It's a lot of damage, but I don't... Like, we'll change it if we need it, yeah? Protecting heal, no. Not protecting death. What's the one? Is it death heal? Healing death. On death, the rest of the expedition recovers full health. Yes. I want that for everybody as well. I feel like that's a necessity too. So, healing death. Because it can really help with, it can really help with certain things where you'll be like, it'll be a combo attack against the whole party or whatever, and someone will go down, and that lets the other two power through the last couple of hits, you know? Alright. We got all those. 20% of gradient charge on hitting a marked target once per turn. Like, oh, stretch. No. Offensive, defensive, support, energizing. Energizing attack, 1 AP on base attack, 1 AP on successful parry, 1 AP on battle start. Mark target's still 30% less damage. I mean, he wants to be marking stuff, right? Because his abilities applies mark. You know. So... So what's that? 35? I bring him down pretty low, but... Base shield. Marks require 1 more hit to be removed. 25% of gradient charge on hitting a marked target. Feebling mark, they deal less damage. Energizing heal, energizing on healing an ally. No, let's go point cost. We want to get... Everything is enfeebling. Charging mark gives him radiant charge on hitting a marked target. Shield affinity gives him shields. Base shield gives him shields. Healing tin adds 2 shields. Go solidifying. Maybe we go solidifying on everybody. Right, because we'll just have that as like a thing that they will do now. Now, Lune has second chance equipped. So we currently have 50 points left. And if we want second chance, we're literally taking that ability. Like, it's a lot of points. First strike, healing boon. 25% health on a counterattack. Not terrible. Longer powerful, longer shell. Every damage dealt, try to consume 1 AP. No. Attack life steal, augmented aim at death door, anti-blight. Increase break damage. Base attack and break. We need that on him. Your base attack is 1 extra hit. You could do 30% of your health on each base attack. You could do some really cool stuff with that. I think I want to build one of them into it. Maybe Verso, I don't know. When applying a burn, apply a second one. No. Healing an ally, also give 2 AP. Energizing death. Two AP to all allies when revived. Or 4 AP on death. Like, if you're going to revive, whereas this one is the same price, but it gives 4 AP instead. Energizing start, energizing start, energizing start. First strike, healing boon, healing counter, healing mark, healing mark. Hitting a marked enemy once per turn. Apply mark on free aim. He doesn't really want to do much in the way of free aim though. Don't I have an energizing attack? Yeah, here we go. Energizing attack. It's on base attack, but if you broke, then it's like, why not, you know? So if I do... $25. Could just do these two. And then he's just the AP man. And I think what I'm going to do for this in particular, because I know I've been going for a while. So the whole, like, let's just do a little 20-minute video. This one was always going to be a bit longer because of what we're doing. Because we need to figure out, like, what we're actually going to use. I beat him, but I don't have the picto that he gives you, so I don't know. Unless it's only equipable on one person, but I could have sworn I got a picto called Cheetah.
Here we go.
I don't know. Maybe we gotta go back and fight him again. Maybe it glitched or for some reason didn't save or whatever. I've never been here before. I don't know if this is a terrible idea.
Oh, so that's where it was.
What is it?
An old arena from the village. Some Jestrels built balloons to make it pretty, but they built so many that it started flying.
As you do. Alright, we are arrested. Hello. Huh? Oh. Gestural pot. Gestural pot. Gestural pot.
Monoco.
Someone's here. Is it Golgra?
Ah oui, là, faut se
Possible. Golgra could never find us. Oh, jeez. I just got reborn. I don't want to die again. I am not Golgra. That's exactly what Golgra would say. Oh no, it's really Golgra. Can't you hear it in your pots? That's not Golgra's force. Oh, I see. Must be a warrior then. Are you a warrior? I am a warrior. Perfect, it's been a long time. Welcome to our own private arena. The arena in the Gestral village was boring, so we created our own. Please don't tell Golgra. As our honored guest, we welcome you, new warrior. You're running an arena from inside your pots? Yeah, it's an honest life. So, what say you? If you complete all our challenges, we'll offer you the ultimate gestural reward. Something that'll make you the absolute strongest warrior. Alright, let's do it. Now, pick your champion. Alright, I'm going to take Monoco in. I could be wrong about this, and if that's the case, we're going to go down to the original gestural arena, and we're going to just fight the toughest dude at the like, fight club or whatever it is at the back. Just to test him real quick.
I love it, dance.
Okay. They're pretty tanky.
Yes.
They are pretty tanky. But we do have a lot of stuff. So, let's do this. Great way to start.
Oh yes, I love a dance. That's more like it.
Very rude. Oh. I should have taken the extra couple of shots at the thing. Ouch, Golgra would not be proud. You ready to fight? Yeah, man, let's do it. So it might be worth having a little bit of passive heal on him or something, I don't know.
Oh really?
Stun immediately.
Yes, I love a dance.
Oh man. Might as well not have a turn then. That's good. I just don't want to play. Yep. Cool. Come on, do it again. Okay, try again.
I love a dance. Why yes, I love a dance. That's more like it.
Oops.
Things are getting
Okay.
spicy.
Catapult broken. Good. So now... I will do this.
Now the fun begins.
And I will heal.
Invigorating.
Damn it.
Foolish move.
Alright. We made it so that his normal attack can break.
Oh, really?
Backhanded. Okay, I got nothing. And we are still exhausted, so that's good.
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
Still exhausted. Wow, alright. Not great.
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
Damn it.
That's more like it.
I'm going to be exhausted forever.
That's more like it. Foolish move.
Damn you.
No, poquito.
Oh, shush. Like, that's all just for extra health. Do I have marking shot on him? Double mark, enfeebling mark, charging mark, yeah. I don't have marking shot? Marking shots. 20% chance to apply marking shot for him. Ah, that's a bit of an oversight. I probably looked at it and went, nah, it's fine. Let me get rid of this. Do that. And I'll get rid of the, what's the other one? Base shield. It gives us a lot of points. We'll do dead energy, dead energy. We will do energizing death. We will do extra AP on parry, sure, why not? 8 points left. 5 and a 3, maybe. Healing tints apply shell. Healing ally also applies shell. On death, allies gain shell. So it's rush, so it's shell. We'd kill. And $25 increased. Stupidus. I think that'll do for Monoco. Because he's not currently built for like solo shit, right?
Oula, faut sauve Nabil.
Because otherwise he'd have all of the... When fighting alone, get this bonus and that bonus and that bonus, you know?
Foolish move. What to choose?
Easy parry missed. Yeah, I'll do this.
Why, yes, I love a dance.
Counter hit.
Why, yes, I love a dance. Oh, really?
Counter hit.
Energized.
Okay, and I got a bunch of health back because he died. Lightning deals extra break damage. We don't really need that because both of these guys are ready to break. What's the blue one? Oh, blue's double mark, is it? Okay, that's cool.
Foolish move.
And
My favorite part.
alright, we're on caster. But let's do this. Not what I wanted. Way too early.
Things are getting spicy.
Okay, let's do this.
The fun begins.
Let's do... Ooh, it's on the almighty one. Let's do this.
Why, yes, I love a
Okay.
dance.
Too early. I had him anyway, so that's not too bad. The little changes that we've made.
No
I do need to be quicker with
ma-
these rebuilds, though. I'm going to leave this place and immediately camp. And, let's rebuild Sciel. Sciel can be next. Alright. But, Vodlings. That does bring us to the end of this chapter. What was going to be a mini chapter, but has gone for over an hour now. We are going to jump into Sciel next. Not like that. But if you're watching tomorrow, 10 years from now, or long after I'm gone, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. And I'm sure you'll hear from me again. Catch you in the next one. See ya.